Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to the Vault. Today I'm going to be talking about marketing funnels and how they work. Now, it's a funnel, right? So you want something that looks a bit like this. But the question I always get is, well, what happens? So we're going to break it up into 3 chunks, right? The top chunk is your awareness, right? Understanding. A lot of what we're doing here with the social media clips is going to be awareness, right? I need you to be aware that the brand exists, right? So at the top, we have who's aware of who we are, right? Now, it's a funnel. It's designed for people to fall out of the edge, right? Because you don't want everyone. Not everyone is going to buy from you, right? So here is our nurture window where we're trying to create some intrigue. We're trying to increase the likelihood that people understand what we're trying to sell and how we're trying to sell it and what it is. So this is actually the most important stage, because this bit up here, you can get very easily to understand, because this is just, let's be honest, paid ads, right? So this could be an ad, or this could be a reel, or another form of large distribution, or even a blog post that's well SEO'd. So blogs, very badly drawn blogs, but with good SEO, right? Now, you may be asking, what's SEO, Colin? Search engine optimization. What it allows you to do is when someone types into Google a specific thing, you want to be able to show up in showing that piece of content, right? So that'll be through written words, but it can have a video like this embedded within it, right? Now, once you've got someone's attention and they're what we would call in, this is a globe, your world specifically, right? So this is a lovely world. I'm gonna draw a planet here, there you go. So they're in the world. Could be a beach ball or basketball or whatever you see it as. When they get to this stage here, this is when they're in your world, right? Now, how do you keep them in the world, right? In this stage, this is your nurture stage, but the key is value that you add, right? Now, very quick on value. Value subjective. Something that will be valuable to you, something that will be valuable to David, something that will be valuable to me, it's not always going to be the same. The point of this is to say to the people who you want to connect to, say to the people who you want to articulate to, yes, I am the right solution for you. However, you're going to say to some people by saying that, actually, no, I'm not the right person for you. Actually, no, this isn't necessarily the right product for you, or I'm not the right provider for you, or this is maybe not the right community for you. So, what's the bottom bit? The bottom bit is when you can start a sales process, right? Because you've already nurtured them, you've already got them to the point where they start to trust you. This could also be perceived as, right? So you've got know, like, and trust, right? So at the top, do I know who you are? Do I know what you're going to do? How you're going to help my life, right? With the value I add, do I like you? Do I like your personality? Do I like how you come across? Trust. We're only going to buy from people who we trust from, right? So for me, it's about building trust quickly. That's why we do so much content. That's why we distribute it the way we do, because it limits the time window between up here and down here. Now, sales, this is something that people sometimes get wrong when it comes to marketing. This is a marketing funnel, not a sales funnel. They're not the same thing. They are a similar process, but what actually happens underneath within this triangle here is another one of these, which we'll do in a separate video, right? So you'll have another one of these, okay? Very quickly, it's broken into 3 chunks as well. You've got information at the top, information gathering. How much do you cost, what the value add is, etc. How does it work, the process. Then again, you've got a value add. Now this is custom value to do with the client or to do with the customer. So they're going to help understand how specifically can you help them? How specifically can I help that person? This is not general. When we do content, we have to do it generally, but this is probably done in calls. So you can go to those specific pain points that David has discussed in some other Vault content as well. If you want to see that content, let us know in the comments. Right, and then here you've got the close. element. I know it's small, but that says close. And what happens there, very quickly, and I'll go into more detail in another video on the sales funnel, is that's when you can actually sell them on the product. That's when they purchase the idea. That's when they sign the contract. That's when they are like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do that project. So just to recap on marketing funnels really quickly, you've got awareness at the top, a nurture stage or a value adding stage, followed by then going into your sales process or sales funnel that allows you to actually get them here. Sometimes people think that this is the whole thing. It's not. You have to have this process followed by a sales process for you to actually win over the client. Now, the longer, the higher ticket your sale, the longer they have to stay in the value add process for you to actually be able to sell them, right? If I'm trying to sell a £10 widget, I can add less value than a £1,000 product, £10,000 product, £15,000 product, etc. Because the risk to the client who we're trying to convert is higher. So if you found this interesting and you want me to go into any more detail on anything I discussed in this, make sure to subscribe for some new Vault content. Leave us a comment down below on some questions or thoughts you had, and we'll see you very soon.